Well, the Democratic Party is basically doing the same thing to me that they did to Bernie Sanders last time, but worse. They, in fact, are adopting rules that will disenfranchise the citizens of states like Iowa and New Hampshire that voted against President Biden last time. So because I've campaigned in Iowa and New Hampshire, I will not be allowed to win any delegates from those states under these DNC rules. Not only that, but the DNC is now adopting a rule that will disenfranchise Georgia voters, so that any candidate who steps into New Hampshire, which is me, will not be able to win any delegates from Georgia. So no matter how big my vote is, my vote plurality is in Georgia, I will not be able to win any of those delegates. And that really is existential, because Georgia has 164 delegates, a very, very large state. And it's paradoxical as well, because the Democratic Party, and my family in particular, since the 1960s has been fighting for voting rights for the people of Georgia. And it is ironic at this point that the Democratic Party is now leading the battle to virtually effectively disenfranchise every Georgia voter, so that their votes will not count in the Democratic primary. And there are a lot of other mechanisms that the DNC has put in place, including the superdelegates, this new class of superdelegates called Pleos. They're party leaders and other elected officials, and they're all controlled by the party. And they're there to ensure that whoever wins, if a progressive candidate like myself wins the Democratic nomination, we will not be able to actually get the nomination, even if we win the convention, if we win the primary. So it's not Pedro. It's not very democratic. We're living at a time right now when a lot of people are, Americans are disillusioned with the system that we have. Not only the economic system, which they know is rigged against them, but also the political system, which many Americans believe is rigged. And, we need to conduct elections in this country, both political parties, that are templates, that are role models for the rest of the world, that show the world that we are the exemplary democracy. That's not, we shouldn't be like the Soviet Union, where the party came in, picked the candidate at the outset. They claimed they were a democracy. But the Communist Party would come in, pick the candidate, and say, this is the only candidate you can vote for. Well, the Democratic Party is essentially doing the exact same thing in this election. It's not a good exemplar for democracy.